Susie Wiles, seen as frontrunner to be Trump's White House chief of staff. After helping engineer Donald Trump's improbable sweeping victory in the presidential race, Susie Wiles, the president-elect's unassuming co-campaign chief, is seen as a frontrunner to become this White House chief of staff, according to three sources familiar with the discussions inside the campaign. In a world riven by rivalries, advisors credit Wiles' ability to gain Trump's respect and corral big personalities. If chosen, Wiles would become the first female White House chief of staff in history. She has commanded a ton of respect among the staff as well as loyalty. She doesn't play games, and she means what she says. On the campaign, she said, "We are checking egos at the door," and held everyone to it, said one campaign official who, like others in this place, was granted anonymity to speak candidly, or because they were not authorized to speak on the record. The team of rivals concept did not apply here. Susie is as good as it gets, a second Trump campaign official said. She ran a great campaign and has the respect of all, including Democrats who recognize her talent. She'd make for a great chief of staff and would serve as the president's pleasure. After all, it is his White House. A third Trump campaign official said Wiles is already playing the de facto chief of staff role, and the staffers widely want her to get the job. A large staff meeting is taking place at the campaign headquarters on Thursday, and Wiles will lead it. The sense among advisors is that if Trump makes a strong appeal to Wiles, she would take the job, and it's widely hoped she will. If she wants it, it's hers, said the advisor familiar with the discussion. Her standing with Trump and what she just helped pull off, winning the huge margins, makes it an easy choice if she wants it. Another Trump advisor said the job belongs to Wiles if she wants it. NBC News reached out to Wiles for comment. "If she really wants it, I'm not sure how competitive this will be," the advisor said. Trump is famously superstitious and has kept a distance from the planning for a future administration that began in the final months of his campaign, but the planning is now beginning in earnest, and the pick of who will lead his operation will be among the most critical as he hopes to enact a sweeping agenda. In a statement Wednesday, Trump's transition team said his victory had delivered a mandate for their agenda that puts the working men and women of our nation first. As he chooses the best people to join his team and best policies to pursue, his transition team will ensure the implementation of President Trump's common sense agenda starting on day one, said the two advisors tapping to lead his transition. Cantor Fitzgerald CEO Howard Lutnick and Linda McMahon, a cabinet member during the first Trump administration and business executive. The daughter of famed American football player and sportscaster Pat Summerall, Wiles led the staff through attempted assassinations, a change at the top of the Democratic ticket, and slump in the polls. She would be everybody's number one pick, but it's his decision, the first campaign office official said. The 2024 campaign was the first time Trump has not changed his core campaign leadership throughout a race, a dynamic that has even alluded to during his victory speech on Tuesday as he name-checked Wiles, who helped secure his victory in once purple Florida in 2016. Some people said it's the best run campaign they've ever seen, but in order to make that stick, you have to win. Trump told his supporters, "My team, many of them are the same players as you know, Susie. I think a lot of the president's closest allies are really see the value of their partnership has created," said Florida Representative Matt Gaetz. "They complement each other perfectly." Trump's transition leaders are some of his long-standing friends and allies. Lutnick, who joined him often in the trail in the final weeks of his campaign, including on his return to Butler, Pennsylvania, and McMahon, former official in his first administration. Other names actively under consideration for the White House Chief of Staff role include Brooke Rowley, a former top White House aide to Trump who now leads the Trump-aligned America First Policy Institute, and former House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy. Notably, Rawlins held a prime speaking slot during an appearance at Trump's Madison Square Garden rally last month, where Lutnick spoke. During an appearance on Fox News on Thursday, McCarthy said he would not be chief of staff and appraised Wiles as someone who would do a great job. A campaign official said Rawlins and McCarthy all have relationship with Trump, but only one candidate has the professional respect and loyalty of the staff. And that's Susie, the person said. This is from NBC News on DNYUZ. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.